Hi guys, and welcome to the kitchen sink. This is the second part of my Fellblade build log, and I just wanted to show you what I do in preparation for cleaning the resin, which is absolutely vital when building any Forge World resin kit. It used to be the case, I think, many moons ago, where you used to be able to wash it, and I think it still is in some cases. You used to be able to wash it in warm soapy water, and it was good to go. And I think recently that's not been the case, not certainly in my experience. I tend to, this is my soaking bucket, so this is large enough for sort of most Forge World models, bar your big Titans and things. Certainly all of the Fellblade fits in this pot. So what I do generally is fill it up with fairly hot water, just from the tap though, not boiling water, hot water from the tap, put washing up liquid in it, let it soak overnight for the degreasing agent in the washing up liquid to have an effect to try and get rid of the release agent that's on all your resin. Then what I do is I come and dump it in the kitchen sink and scrub it. And my tools of trade for this one is a toothbrush. Well, I was going to say an old toothbrush, but it's actually a new toothbrush that I'm just not using to clean teeth with. This is my resin cleaning brush. And this brush here, this kind of a stiffer nylon bristle brush, and this little kind of, it's got a little thing here to get into all the nooks and crannies and things. It seems to work quite well. And I'll also use a scrubbing brush, a nail scrubbing brush, that I haven't got down here at the moment actually. So dumped in the sink, again, warm water, and I'll refill this with washing up liquid, which I've already done actually, and given every component, back and front, side to side, in and out, all the interior bits, a really good scrub with a toothbrush or similar. Then what I do, and this is where we are now, is I dump all of the components back into the sink in hot water, just to kind of give it a really good rinse. And what I'm going to do, and what I have been doing generally, is going back through and scrubbing all of the components again without washing up liquid, just to kind of give them a rinse, a really good kind of rinse. And then I will dump all of this into cold water just to give it one final rinse, and then dry it, and then we're good to go to start building. So so that's been my process recently with resin. I've been finding that the just washing and scrubbing has not been that effective, and I've had instances where paint hasn't stuck. So this is the kind of vital stage of cleaning your resin, because if you don't, you could be compromised when you come to glue it. I mean, super glue's brilliant, but can be temperamental if your surfaces aren't ready for glue, and if you've got release agent on components. Super glue ain't gonna stick, or it might stick after a while, but I don't think the joint is not necessarily going to be as strong as it could be. And then when you come to paint it, there's nothing worse, and this has happened to me more than once. Coming to prime your wonderful new Forge World model, and the paint just doesn't stick. You get a horrible sort of, it's like oil and water basically. You spray the paint onto the resin that you've not cleaned properly, and the paint just kind of disperses. It's really, disheartening. And then you've got to go then and rewash your built model, which is a bit of a pain. And when we've got a tank with a hollow interior that is probably not going to be watertight, having to wash it and then getting water inside the tank potentially. I mean, I'm not saying you've got to submerge it, but you do need to wash it, you do need to get it wet. And having water going inside your tanks, well, for me at least anyway, is probably not what I want to happen. So yeah, it's really, really worth, I mean, this is the preparatory stage is just going to make your life so much easier when you come to build it, and your building experience is going to be so much more positive. And I see a lot of kind of the Forge World naysayers, who struggle building these models, and the old adage is that the 3 Ps and all that, prepare. It's really true with this kind of stuff. And again, I've said this before in other big builds. Well, this is a reasonably large build, but you know, try and enjoy the process. I mean, you've spent £180 on this model, and doing all of this is part of the experience. That's what I tell myself, at least, anyway. So I do try and enjoy the scrubbing experience, and it gives you a chance to inspect all the components, make sure they're all okay, make sure you haven't got any little idiosyncrasy bits or little issues, or big issues even, that you might not have noticed when you did your initial inventory of components. And yeah, so there we go. So we are in the hot water scrubbing stage, at least for me. I mean, again, your mileage may vary, you know, you might have different ways of dealing with the resin, but this is the way I do it, and it works for me. So any questions, queries, comments, let me know down below. This is a little quick sort of part 2 update just about washing resin, and that's it for this one, and I'll catch you on the next one. We shall have some components put together. So I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers, guys.